Today is a great day in the life of South Florida State College and our partnership project. It stems from a need to support higher education in new and collaborative ways so that we can continue to remain affordable and accessible with high-quality learning initiatives led by a stellar faculty. Welcome to this press conference today. Permit me to introduce the members who you see in front of you who will lead this press conference. My name is Tom Light, so I proudly serve our students and our faculty and staff as president. Two esteemed South Florida State College colleagues join me at the table today. They are Mrs. Jamie Bateman, who is Executive Director of Institutional Advancement. Mrs. Bateman leads our foundation. And Ms. Cindy Guerin is Director of Cultural Arts. You will be hearing from both of these ladies later in our program. Also joining me, we are proud to introduce Mr. Alan J. Wildstein, President of Alan J. Automotive Network. Mr. Wildstein.
Good morning.
It's a very special day and very appropriate to see two former presidents of South Florida State College joining us, Dr. Catherine P. Cornelius and Dr. Norman L. Stevens, Jr. Thank you so much for being here. South Florida State College effectively serves the higher educational needs of DeSoto, Hardy, and Highlands County. It is governed by an 8-member Board of Trustees. Members of our District Board of Trustees met last night for a briefing of this event. And I believe 2 of our Board of Trustees members are here today. And I would ask as I introduce them if they would kindly stand to be recognized. First, representing Highlands County, Mr. Joe Wright, and second, representing DeSoto County, Mr. Tim Backer. President of the South Florida State College Foundation, Mrs. Christy Cruz, is here. Mrs. Cruz, would you kindly stand? The media contact for our event today is South Florida State College's Director of Community Relations and Marketing, and that is Mrs. Deborah Latter. Mrs. Latter is in the back. And members of the press, as you leave today, Mrs. Latter has a press packet for you to receive. We are grateful for members of our Cultural Arts Advisory Committee who are joining us today, and other members of our South Florida State College Foundation Board. I'm especially grateful, and I want to recognize a member of the Foundation Board who is here to show his support, and that is Mr. Bill Jarrett. Mr. Jarrett is president of Bill Jarrett Ford. He is also, along with his wife, president of the Jarrett Family Foundation, a very important member of our community and certainly of the Foundation Board. But what's important to me, it shows that we are united in this wonderful community when you see these prominent business folks showing their support for each other in this community. Mr. Jarrett, thank you for what you do. South Florida State College was founded in 1965. This current year marks our 50th anniversary of delivering high-quality academic programs to the residents of our Tri-County district. And I say that with high praise for our administrators and especially for our faculty, some of whom are in the audience today. We are here today to make an announcement regarding the naming of the Center for the Performing Arts at South Florida State College. This theater was the vision of former President Dr. Catherine P. Cornelius, who began the initial phases of the construction of this fine facility. And then under the leadership of Dr. Norman L. Stevens, Jr., a major renovation was completed, and we have this beautiful theater today. Thank you both, Dr. Cornelius and Dr. Stevens, for your leadership over this beautiful facility. This year, following the creation of South Florida State College's new vision statement and its public reveal in February, we launched the silent phase of our capital campaign. The capital campaign is called the Partnership Project. It's a fundraising initiative of the South Florida State College Foundation designed to generate dollars in an unrestricted endowment. Mrs. Bateman is here to tell you a little bit more about our partnership project. Mrs. Bateman.
Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Directors for South Florida State College Foundation, I want to say thank you. We sincerely appreciate your support in being here today, and we are very excited to share with you the news that we have. Like Dr. Lightsell had indicated, we did kick off this year with our 50th anniversary, and part of that was the silent phase of our partnership project. The purpose of the foundation I want to share with you is that it is to support the college through these philanthropic contributions that are going to be able to expand on our unrestricted endowment. And what that means is that's going to be used to help the needs of the college that are not funded through the traditional means that you may know of. This is going to allow us to grow, expand our programs, and the areas that are important in supporting higher education for our community. To date, it is exciting to say that we have been blessed through these philanthropic donations, just halfway of our mark. What an amazing, true spirit of philanthropy that is. Our donors, I like to say, are our friends, and our friends are making a difference for this campaign, and just the impact that it's going to have on our students for South Florida State College and our community. And we say thank you for that.
Thank you. Our partner that we recognize today, our donor, our friend, is no stranger to us. He is and has been a good friend of the college and hundreds of other local charities in our community. In our discussions, the convincer to me was a statement that our donor made, and it was an assurance that in his work with the college for this donation, our donor agreed that he would not diminish his charitable giving to any other community group or agency. That's huge, huge. So, with the approval of the South Florida State College District Board of Trustees, we entered into negotiations. Here's a special word of appreciation to several people. Of course, thank you to our Board of Trustees. To Mrs. Pam Carlson, our Board Attorney. To Ms. Cindy Guerin, and her very capable staff right here within the operations of the theater, including Bill Kovacs, Mitzi Farmer, Lori Smith, John Snow, and Chase Smith. It's Chase Smith who is responsible for the creative work that you will see shortly. I also want to recognize Vice President Glenn Little. Glenn, thank you for the work you did because you examined state policy associated with the naming of public facilities. Former director of our foundation, Mr. Don Applequist, was involved in our initial discussions. Don retired in June, and we certainly want to recognize Don's numerous contributions to his 45 years of service at South Florida State College. Replacing him, of course, is Jamie Bateman, and I'm delighted that Jamie came in at the time when she did that we could continue this wonderful opportunity. There were two major memorable moments that occurred in several meetings. And first, it was the visual representation that Chase Smith created. I remember when we showed that to Mr. Wildstein, and I remember his expression, and I shall never forget it. But Chase, thank you for your good work. Next, it was a summary statement that I'll give full credit to Don Applequist, and he drew the connection between the most prominent facility in Highlands County with the most prominent businessman in Highlands County. I'm proud to report to you that as a result of our partnership project and our discussions that subsequently occurred, a substantial gift, in fact, the largest monetary planned gift in the foundation's history, is this gift as it will be funded over time. And like Mrs. Bateman said, in the grand scheme of things, our capital campaign goal is $10 million in the next 5 years. With some other work that began in February, and during this silent phase of our capital campaign, along with a lead gift, but in particular, this substantial gift, I'm proud to report to you that in our silent phase, we are very close to reaching our midway point through the commitments and our quest for $10 million in our unrestricted endowment. This facility naming opportunity to honor a very successful and generous businessman is also an opportunity to recognize and honor his family. You will soon see some changes to this facility, and it will have a new name. At this time, I'm going to ask our donor, Mr. Wildstein, to join us for a public reveal of our new name through a visual. And I'm also going to ask that Mrs. Cruz, that Dr. Cornelius, and Dr. Stevens join us in this very significant unveiling. Please. Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, it is indeed a privilege and an honor to inform you as of this day, October 1st in 2015, that this theater will hereby contain the name of Mr. Alan J. Wildstein as the Alan J. Wildstein Center for the Performing Arts at South Florida State College. Thank you. Let's return to our seats. Before Mr. Wildstein speaks, I wish to direct your attention to the side monitors for a series of photographs that will show you the new look of the Wildstein Center. Here is what you will soon see on the Highlands campus. This is the top view of the theater. The theater doors as you enter. And then the theater as it will appear inside, right here in this massive hall. Now, prior to the signing of the agreement and to establish the new name, the donor shared one of his favorite quotes, and this is very meaningful. The quote is from Winston Churchill, and the quote is this: "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring our donor, our benefactor, our good friend, Mr. Alan J. Wildstein. Mr.
Well, good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to be here, and thank you to so many people for coming out to support such a big moment in my life. I felt a little funny sitting, but I don't think you stand if everybody else is standing. So I'm not sure if my etiquette was proper on that, but anyway, it's a big day, and it's an important time for me, for my family, and I really have so many people that I really want to thank. Obviously, to have Tom here next to me, and to have Dr. C and Dr. Stevens, and you know, the work that you all have done to even be in this room it's just awe-inspiring. It's just an amazing facility, and to have it in our market and our communities that are rural communities that don't often have the opportunity to have such a great facility. And you guys were the vision. I think Doug Andrews, I saw you back here somewhere, and you were a huge catalyst in this project too. So there's so many people. I really want to thank the board, the foundation, and of course the Board of Trustees. Bill Jarrett has been a community partner and a mentor for me for almost 25 years. I think I see you over there, okay. So having you here today is really special, and I appreciate you being here today as well. And you know, listen, we've had a over two decade partnership with this institution, and for me, it's really been neat just to see, you know, the programs grow from nursing and dental and all the new programs that weren't here, and becoming accredited in the 4-year programs. And you know, I think this school just received a pretty incredible honor of being ranked, I think, and correct me, it's 30th in the
30th out of 600.
out of 600, how many?
670.
670 colleges. That's a testament really to the faculty, to the board, and to the leadership of this organization. So there's just no greater partner that I'd want to be associated with. And I really need to thank the Alan J team. You guys surprised me this morning, guys and gals. Didn't know you were going to be here, so obviously nobody's getting any work done. So I better talk fast. But anyway, no, seriously, it means so much to have you guys and gals here, and I really appreciate that. And you know, from a partnership project, there's no better way to honor my parents. There's no better way to honor my siblings. There's no better way to honor my children than to leave a legacy or be part of creating a legacy that will be around for many, many years, and hopefully, you know, many more, maybe beyond my years. I don't know. Hope so. And so it's really special to me and to my family. I spent a lot of time with them discussing, you know, this opportunity, and they're very excited. I think maybe more for the next announcement than this one. And in closing, really, I just want to sum up the big catalyst, aside from Chase did a tremendous job with the design and the presentation, and Don Applequist and Tom and the board, everybody that came out to present it did a great job, and I felt very moved at that meeting, and had to really absorb the opportunity a little bit, and just to understand it a little bit better personally. But the big thing, I think, for me that really made it it wasn't a hard decision for me. It really wasn't. And I think that was really the unrestricted endowment, because it gives the foundation and the board of trustees the ability to use these funds in the way that best helps this college. And personally, I think that was more valuable than really the amount or the naming or any specific piece of that partnership. But I really am excited about the long-term goals and seeing all the great things to come here. So thank you for the opportunity. Sorry if I've talked too long. No. I have a lot to say. But anyway, thank you for honoring me and my family and my children and my parents and giving us this incredible opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
To commemorate this most special occasion and to celebrate Alan's most generous contribution, I am delighted to announce a most exciting performance. Donnie Most. Now, you may recall Donnie Most from his years of portraying Ralph Malph on Happy Days. Donnie is now performing and touring the country with the show Donnie Most Sings and Swings, and it's the cool music of Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin. And so for this most special night, when we unveil the new name of the building, we are also presenting the hardest working man in showbiz today, America's favorite funny man, and acclaimed TV late night show host, Jay Leno. Jay Leno is a best-selling children's book author, a much-in-demand corporate speaker, lovable TV and movie voice-over artist, a pioneering car builder and mechanic, and philanthropist. No wonder that Jay Leno is widely characterized as the hardest working man in show business. Leno continues to test his humor on audiences across the nation, performing over 100 live appearances each year in nightclubs, theaters, and stadiums. He remains passionate about performing in front of live audiences, and he will appear right on this stage on November 19th for one performance only. An Evening with Jay Leno is scheduled for November 19th at 7 p.m. in the Alan J. Wildstein Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets for this very special occasion range from $55 to $145. Tickets will be available online on Monday, October 12th at 12:01 a.m. on our website, which is sfscarts.org. Our box office opens for the season, and Leno tickets will be available at the box office for walk-up and phone sales on Monday, October 19th at 11:30 a.m. We expect a sellout. So I advise going online early at sfscarts.org to purchase your tickets.
Cindy, thank you. This formally concludes the press conference. Again, our Sincere appreciation for all the members of the Allen J Automotive Network team who joined us. Mr. Elwell, I know you organized this, and thank you for your good hard work. And also, Don, thank you for your service on our foundation board. To Mr. Wildstein, to his wonderful family, this is a memorable day in the life of this college, and we are indeed grateful. This concludes the press conference. We will remain, if there are questions from the press, for a few moments here, and obviously later. Enjoy some refreshments as you leave, but thank you for your support of South Florida State College. Are there any questions? Thank you.